Still got my money. Oh, all I see is time.
Today I'm obviously doing how to start YouTube and just tips on how to be a YouTuber. So starting off YouTube, woo. Okay, I'm not saying like, oh my god, I'm like making so much money, because I'm not. So my monetization is disabled and I'm so done with YouTube. I'm not even like checking my email anymore to see if they responded. I'm not even checking my monetization. I mean, who knows? Maybe right now it's like back in like working again. Yeah, if you think that since I'm not making any money and you don't want to watch this video, then you can leave. I mean I have made over $100 in ad revenue, but I am not going to be receiving any of it because of my monetization being disabled. So I don't know, it's just like a work in progress. Before I do start giving like my tips and like all of the things that I did to start YouTube, I do have a series on my editing hacks channel where I talk about specific things that you need to start YouTube, and I go into more depth about each thing. Like in this video, I'm just telling you about what I have, what I use, and tips. So you can click the link in the description for a playlist of, I think I have like 2 or 3 episodes up, but I really do have a lot of helpful tutorials. So if you guys really want to look more into editing, then go to that channel and don't forget to subscribe to it. It got kind of more into like promo just now, but like honestly, just go watch it. Like just go watch it, check it out. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is cameras. And the camera that I'm using currently right now that you are literally watching me on is the Canon SX160IS. It sounds fancy, but it's not. I use this camera for vlogging and main channel videos because 720p is the highest resolution that my MacBook can handle, because it's like a 2010 like MacBook, so it's like almost 7 years old, something like that. It is my dad's old laptop. Whenever he upgraded, he gave me that one. Since it is so old, I literally can only watch videos on YouTube up to 720p. That's why I don't use my mom's photography camera, the one that I use for photography. Like my mom doesn't do photography, but like that's our photography camera because it's really good. It's a Sony camera. I don't really know much about Sony cameras. I definitely know and favor Canon cameras. Oh my gosh, I almost knocked over my Cane's lemonade. I know there's like a lot of cameras that a lot of YouTubers use. There's so many, and I know a lot of YouTubers use Canon or Nikon, but I know Nikon, is that how you say it? Pretty sure. But Canon is definitely the good majority of what YouTubers use. I got this camera because it was really cheap. It was on Amazon. It was what I could afford. Because I did buy this camera with my own money. It was about $100. And if I sold it back to Amazon, I'd only get like $88 back. I'm just gonna stick with this one until I can upgrade my laptop because even if I were to upgrade or ask for like a better camera for my birthday or Christmas this year, which I'm not gonna get anything for my birthday or Christmas this year because I am going to Coachella, so that's like part of my birthday and Christmas gift. Anyways, really common cameras I know a lot of YouTubers use are the Canon Rebel T5 like I or the T6i, I know those kind of cameras, or like the Mark 70D or like the 70D or something like that. Honestly, I don't really know, but those cameras are so like they're really good quality. So if you ever were to get like a Canon DSLR, a lot of YouTubers use like the T5i because it is cheaper than like the T6i right now. I think is the last time I checked it was. And you always want to get the one with the eye at the end because it has the cameras with the flip up screen thingy. Unless you don't really care for those, then you can get the ones that are like just plain T5 because those I think are a little bit cheaper compared to the ones with the eye at the end. But the flip back screen is definitely really helpful. I've used a Canon T4i before. My friend brought her camera over and we got to like film a video. You guys can check that out in the description. The autofocus is really loud in that camera, and I honestly hated it so much watching the video back and everything. But overall, it is a good like quality camera. And then also there's like the Canon G7X, or I know they have like a newer one out. Those are typically for vlogging because they also have the flip up screen, but they're also more compact and like smaller, so duh, for vlogging. But also you don't have to have 2 separate cameras for vlogging. You can just use the same one unless you don't want to vlog with like a DSLR, because trust me, I wouldn't want to either. But you don't need to buy an expensive camera to have a successful channel, or in my case a successful-ish channel. Like I'm using a camera with 720p and I currently have over 5,000 subscribers. But honestly, I would just stick with a cheaper camera. You want to make sure that whatever you're using to edit can handle the quality of the camera that you are editing on. Because imagine if I had bought like a DSLR with 1080p and was so excited to use it, and I put it into iMovie and it was lagging like terribly, because that's what happens whenever I edit videos off my GoPro or off my mom's camera. Obviously it's not going to lag in the final product, but it really hinders editing. So yeah, buy a cheaper camera when you first start, and you know, use the leftover money for lights or a tripod. And I did buy this camera off Amazon. I also bought my tripod off Amazon. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the tripod. So mine is a Ravelli tripod. Oh, also I do have a video that I did. It's called How I YouTube, and you can click the link down below or click somewhere on the screen where I have it displayed to watch it. It's basically like a really smaller condensed version of How I YouTube. Literally, it's like a really like noobier version of what I'm talking about now, because like I was a noob. Like I had like 200 subscribers when I did that video probably. So yeah, I bought the tripod off Amazon. And if you film outside in windy weather, I saw this like whenever I was buying this tripod. It's like a tripod stabilizer. I didn't buy it because I mean I don't really film videos outside. It might be something to look into if you really are interested in filming outside or even just taking pictures outside. You know, it could really just help a lot. But obviously I've never used one, so I can't really say much about it. Now we're gonna move on to lighting. Obviously natural lighting is the best type of video lighting to use. You can also purchase softbox lights or ring lights, and I actually DIY'd my own ring lights. So you guys can go watch that video. Also, the link will be in the description. I'm doing so many promos for so many videos in this video, and I'm not even trying to. I'm not using it right now because it is like kind of a lot to set up, and I also just didn't feel like setting it up, so yeah. Obviously those do cost like extra money, and they can actually get pretty high in price or pretty low. It just depends on where you look. I would honestly look under Amazon. Always make sure you check reviews. Even for cameras, always just check reviews. I mean, honestly, in general, for anything you ever buy, just look at reviews and you will never be unsatisfied. I love reading reviews because I want to make sure that the stuff that I'm buying is going to be worth buying. I don't want to buy something and have it come and be completely different from what it's supposed to be. I guess that's all I have to say about lighting. I mean, just make sure that lighting is coming straight to your face and it won't have like uneven shadows, because in my old videos where I did film in front of my bed, I would only have light coming from this side of my face and not this side. So it's always like really weird. So now we're gonna move on to editing and like editors. If you have any Apple products, there are two editors that a lot of people use. It's either iMovie or Final Cut Pro, and I think I just flicked you guys off. So I currently use iMovie because it came free with my laptop, and it's way simpler to use than Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro does cost money, but there are some videos you can look up to download it for free. Like, you did not get that from me, but there are videos you can get it for free. And also, like, you don't need to buy those additional like title things that a lot of YouTubers like to buy. I mean, obviously you can if you really want to be that professional, but I make all the animated titles that you see in my videos. So, I mean, make them for free or buy them for like $30. I do have Final Cut Pro and I have tried it before, and I do know how to use some of the features and edit basic videos, but I don't know how to use all of the features to my advantage. Another editor I know of is Sony Vegas. I think that's what it's called. I think it definitely costs money. Another editor I know I used in the way beginning, probably not on this channel, like any videos on this channel, but on my old crafting channel, I used Windows Live Movie Maker or Windows Movie Maker, something like that. Really easy to use, really simple. So if you have a Windows laptop, maybe it's something you can look into. I don't know. If you really want the basic type of editor, that is your way to go, and I'm pretty sure it's free. Then if you edit on your phone, you can edit info on your phone. There are several apps on the App Store you can use to edit, like things like CuteCut and all kinds of apps, really. I don't know much about it because I don't film or edit on my phone, but I have done it before, so I understand the struggle with it. Obviously there is iMovie on your phone as well. Yeah, I don't know. I would just look around and look up other videos because this video was not necessarily made for YouTubers who edit and film on their phones. All right, so now for some tips. So one tip, and this one relates to editing. It's upping the saturation. So upping it just a little tiny bit will make the biggest difference. I will have a video coming up on editing on my editing hack channel, so make sure you subscribe to that, check it out. But just make sure you don't do too much. Don't go over the top. Like, don't exaggerate it. Like, see, for example, right here, with the saturation really high, it probably like emphasizes yeah, there we go, emphasizes my pimple and makes it like really red. Yeah, let's just turn that off. So just make sure that you don't overdo it, but it's all about like trial and error, really. I've seen YouTubers that really oversaturate their videos, and like, yeah, it looks really fun and colorful, but at the same time it kind of hurts your eyes. I know a lot of you probably heard this from a lot of YouTubers because you're probably binge watching these videos on how to do YouTube, but don't expect a flood of subscribers to happen immediately. Everyone grows at different rates, and my channel did blow up because I did that Musical.ly reaction video that I've been getting a lot of hate on recently, or for like, you know, for the last few months. But it's a waiting game. You really have to be patient with it, and if you really are determined, it will happen to you. And lastly, don't spam other channels with like advertisements, you know, to check out your channel. Like, at least genuinely try to watch the video and like compliment it, and then be like, hey, check out my channel, I make similar videos. But even then, I still wouldn't like do that as much anymore, especially at like 5,000. A subtle way to do that is just to actually watch the video and like comment something about it. If enough people start liking your comment, people will take notice and like, hey, I'll subscribe to you. Like, hey, this person, they look like a YouTuber with their profile picture. Yeah, okay, that kind of leads me to like another bonus tip, is to make sure your profile picture looks like you're actually a YouTuber. Like, try not to be like, I mean, it can be in a selfie, but I mean, if it would look better if it looked more like professional, kind of, you know, like actually take it with the camera, not necessarily like a selfie on your phone. So that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a big old thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to me. Duh. And oh, I just scratched myself. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. My Twitter and Instagram are the same username, and my Snapchat is a dumb username I came up with in like 7th grade. Don't forget to check out all of the links in the description. That includes my like links to my separate channels and all the videos I mentioned in this video, because there was a lot I mentioned in this video. And good luck to all of you future YouTubers. Bye.